Hello everyone, my name is Nox, and today I'm going to be talking about the update that I have for the Charge Barbarian that I've been leveling. So, the footage you're seeing in the background is actually my second Barbarian, because my first one died at level 65. Yeah, really unfortunate. I was just not paying attention, kind of made a mistake there. Maybe I'll post the rip clip, I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed about it. But either way. So my second Barbarian, this is him clearing the Capstone Dungeon. Just finished it just a few minutes ago. It seems to be going really smoothly, and I think the damage is really, really amazing for the gear level of the character. So I think this kind of, showcasing the boss damage, showcasing the clear damage, I think it kind of shows enough, and then we can get into how I built the character so far. So jumping into the character now, this is what I have. Level 66 Barbarian, and this is what I've leveled up with. So I did pick up a Romulandes, as I mentioned in the previous video. This is a very strong weapon if you stack Maximum Fury, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it in the end game, but this is just what I have right now. The other weapon here is just each time a core skill deals damage, charge does extra. We're just pressing upheaval every once in a while, so that next charge is always good. Do have a sacred weapon at 735, so pretty strong there. I'm using damage over time because I don't have a very high crit chance, and I don't really overpower that often. So my crit chance is pretty low, as you can see. It's only, hold on, where are we at right now? Crit chance is only 22%. So not going to get pretty consistent crits. I felt this was better because we're always applying bleed, because we're always berserking. So this berserk ripping is always going off. So I just threw it in there. There's some other gems that might be better. It doesn't matter. It's just leveling. I wanted to specifically snapshot this point in the character to show you guys how strong it is at this point with basically no gear, and to encourage you guys to give it a try if you plan on leveling a Barbarian this season, or maybe you already are and it's feeling a little slow. Give this a try. Charge literally carries from the second you get it, and that's what I love about it. One of the things I will encourage you to do is try to, if whenever possible, save a ring slot for this specific legendary power. This one right here, where charge calls forth echoes that also charge, or forth ancients that also charge, is incredible. You'll see it in the footage of me charging through, and I've got the homies right next to me. Those count towards your charge reset, so it makes it much, much more consistent on getting that super short cooldown on charge. So you can charge more often. And I'll jump into training dummies real quick to showcase kind of how it works. And I'll also point out some of the nuances of the build that I've noticed as far as positioning goes. So my charge needs to hit at least 3 enemies to get the full reset. So it's 3 seconds per enemy, up to 9 seconds. So I need to hit at least 3. So what I want to do is I want to position it so the front of my character kind of hits in between these. So let's see if I can do that here. So I charge, and it puts it down to a 6-second reduction. And again, I charge. And again, all of my boys that come along with me help me with this reset. They count as hits, okay? But you can get a maximum of 9 seconds. Now, sometimes when you're on a single target, or on a boss training dummy, for example, bosses don't get pushed along with the charge. So they're very similar to the training dummies in that sense. If you're just fighting normal trash, you'll drag them all with you. You'll hit 3. You'll get the super short reset. Life's good. But if you're on a boss, it's not going to pull with you. So you do have to do that close positioning here, so it lands just like that. And you see, I didn't actually get it there. I didn't actually get that boss training dummy reset. Now, I'm not sure if it's because it's a training dummy or not. We're about to find out. So if this gets reduced by 3 seconds and I do it correctly. So if I go like this, yep. So just 6 seconds. Perfect. But you see how I had a position there? Like I either need to be close and the boss doesn't move towards me, so he's like already hitting me, and then charge just right here in melee, or I need to line it up perfect and put my cursor where I think the boss is going to be, so I can hit him right every time. Because you will charge right through a boss that's walking towards you and you won't get the reset and it won't do any damage. So if it feels like charge isn't doing damage on a single target, it's your positioning. The skill does killer damage single target, as you can see on the Elias skill. So far, this is what I have. I'm going to get into the Paragon because that's sort of the most important and something I didn't cover on the last bit. So my first glyph here, I use Exploit. I just use this for clear. Exploit it actually later in the build if you're looking at the finished version. Again, link on that is going to be on the description below. And then I used Ire here. This is for the damage while berserking. We're always berserking because we're always charging. And with our skill tree here, we get berserk for 3 seconds whenever we hit with a brawling skill. Super effective. Also, we get berserking every time we hit 2 or more enemies or a boss with upheaval. We have 2 basically infinite sources of berserking. If I can't charge, I can definitely upheaval. And hypothetically, both of those things are down. I also have Warcry, which gives me berserking for 4 seconds. And I have Wrath of the Berserker that gives me berserking. You're seeing a theme here. This combined with Unconstrained synergizes really well. Another thing that you can do if you're really trying to min-max the gameplay, again, you're not really going to get an opportunity to do this during leveling, but try it when you can, is when you pop Wrath of the Berserker, try to spend some Fury to try to increase the berserking damaging bonus. And then that actually snapshots. So if you're able to continue staying berserk for a long period of time, this 100% bonus, if you spend 200 Fury during the first 5 seconds of Wrath of the Berserker, becomes a 200% bonus, which is super nice. We love that. So do that if you can. But again, it's not necessary. Charge one-shots everything even before you get unconstrained. And so it's kind of insane. As far as legendary aspects that I picked up while I was leveling, this comes from the seasonal journey. This is just the upheaval is guaranteed to overpower every 25 seconds. This does it's a great single target nuke. Typically, you're running from an objective towards a boss. You berserk, charge, then upheaval. The boss is pretty much almost dead. If the boss lasts longer than that, you know, whatever. It's a minute-long boss fight. Who cares? But it works out really well. I do have this heal for per close enemy. I'm not even using the disobedience aspect that I said I was going to. I feel that I'm super tanky right now with the gear that I have. The main one specifically is this charge ring. So this is not in the codex. You can't farm this. You just have to get lucky. However, I will say I've got several of these over the course of my adventures here. I decided to start saving them. So I've got quite a few. I've been basically leveling the same way. As soon as I get charge, I wait a few seconds, I charge again. And that's good enough for me. I do have the martial glyph, but I specifically didn't want to show gameplay of it because you guys might not have it. And I don't want people to think that you need it in order for the build to be viable. So that's enough strength. So how this works, and I'll put more training dummies to kind of show off what's going on here, is you charge, it gets reset, then you shout, it instantly resets, you get to charge again. Gets reset, shout, instantly resets again. So if you're looking for like single target burst or consistency there, this is really strong. This martial glyph is amazing, and I'm definitely going to have it on my tree and on my board, but later. And I specifically wanted to showcase clearing the capstone dungeon without it, because just in case you get lucky, just in case you get unlucky all the way from 50 to 65 and don't get the glyph, it still works. It still works from level 1. It's phenomenal. I did rush Blood Rage on the Paragon tree. I felt the extra damage with berserking is important, and for me, I thought it was best, so I put Ire. Anyway, so that is the build as we have it so far. I wanted to give you guys a little update on it, a little bit of gameplay showcase of me playing it and actually getting to experience some content with it. Again, this is my second Barbarian going through on hardcore, so about to jump into World Tier 4, and things should be good. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the season. If you haven't given it a try, I encourage you to do so. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will give another update video once I have this well into World Tier 4 and in the 80s or 90s, clearing some higher Nightmare dungeons, and I will give you guys an update then. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.